shul. So therefore, we can go ahead and start the Seder there, and just make sure to eat the matzah after sunset, and the wine, also the grape juice or wine that we will drink. Here we will be starting at 8 o'clock, and also at the University of Tampa we will be starting at 8 o'clock. All those that are able to come and bring your friends, or know of those that are in need of having to come for Passover, should go ahead and invite them. Our Seders are sponsored. A donation, if possible, is appreciated, and it's optional. There's an important element in this booklet, all of you should take one, is how to sell your chametz. So either my son at the University of South Florida, Rabbi Ariel, and myself here at the shul will go ahead and sell the chametz. There is a form inside. You can fill it out and leave it now here with me, or mail it in, and you'll be able to accomplish not having chametz in your home and in your possession. One of the most important things to remember is that the Torah was given to us to understand. So it's necessary to study the Torah. It's necessary to understand the Torah, and in the process to ask as many questions as possible in order to be able to get the answers that we so dearly desire, need, and deserve. The word Chabad means wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. That means there's a wise thought that enters into our mind, and then there is a thought that we have to think about and dwell upon and meditate and understand the idea, and then we apply it. The most important thing is to remember that we should go ahead and apply the Torah in our own lives. As it says, V'chai b'hem, you shall live with them. With what? With the commandments. When the Lubavitcher Rebbe became Rebbe in 1950, he started to establish these outposts in order to be able to go and give Jews the opportunity to study the Torah, to live the Torah, and to pass it on to their children. All of us, in whatever way we are, and wherever it is that we may be, should remember that we are living examples and ambassadors of the Torah and the mitzvot before all those that see us, how we deal and how we are. And we should therefore remember that we are God's ambassadors. And when we go ahead and fulfill our mission as Jews, and we show a positive thing and a righteous thing to the world, then God's name is sanctified. And we are Mekadosh Shem Shamayim Barabim. We sanctify God's name in public. God forbid the opposite. When we do things that aren't appropriate, then we, God forbid, diminish God's name in public. And there is a very severe opposite of a reward. But we should all remember that we are God's shluchim, God's ambassadors, God's messengers to the world. And we should do the best that we can to go forward and show that we are the Mordechai HaYehudis. We had just have come from the days of Purim. And Mordechai the Jew identified himself as such. He said he was Mordechai the Jew. He didn't say I'm Mordechai the minister. He didn't say I'm Mordechai the great sage. He said I'm Mordechai the Jew. And this is what brought about, as the Rebbe explains in his Sichos, the pride and the respect for a Jew. Because when they see that a Jew is loyal to his traditions, regardless of all of the odds that may be, that he finds himself stacked against him, and yet he withstands all those tests, then the individual is able to go ahead and be trusted by anyone that sees him or hears of him or deals with him. Just to conclude with one more word, and then we will daven the Ma'ariv. It says, Shabbos, Minei Mizbarchen Kula Yom. From the Sabbath, all the days are blessed. This is the Sabbath that just passed, that blesses all the days of this week. It was known, and it is known, as Shabbos Parshas Parah, the story of the red heifer which brought atonement for the Jewish people. But it's also known as Shabbos Kisisa. We read the portion of Kisisa. And the name of something always reflects the essence. Yet in this portion, so the word Kisisa, when you will count, but also means when you will raise up the head of the Jewish people, you think that maybe in this portion where we unfortunately fall into the sin of the golden calf, we would not
Shabbat